Jeffrey feels too good. He's blinded by his ego and narcissism, and that stops him from growing. He stays living an unideal life of instant gratification, but can't admit it. Adonis used to feel like he was not good enough. But then Adonis used that same feeling to motivate himself into achieving all of his wildest goals.
I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect, and I heard you know so-and-so, you not a threat, cause I really know so-and-so, they like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they bust.
I'm not going to give you the standard feminine motivational speech that you can get from other YouTubers.
You are good enough, you can be the main character.
If you're even slightly masculine, your feelings of worth will come from your success. My name is Hamza. I help young men through the Jeffrey to Adonis transformation through self-improvement. You're clearly interested in that. Scroll down right now, click on the subscribe and the post notification button. You will feel good enough when you are successful at the things that you want. We just have to make sure that the things you want aren't influenced by the toxic society around you, because you might have tied success to the wrong things. So for me, I tied success to my body count, how many bitches I had So in college through university, I'm 18 to 22 years old. My purpose in life was to lay pipe, and it felt awesome. When you fulfill your purpose, you feel incredible. What do you think happened during like a short dry period of a week? 2 weeks. You know, it shouldn't really be that big of a deal. You know, you don't sleep with a girl for a week or 2 weeks. I used to hate my life. I used to feel like I was wasting away. I used to feel like bored, apathetic, so disinterested into the world, because for a week, 2 weeks, I'm not achieving my goal. I don't feel like successful. And so during this period of time, I'm feeling insecure. I'm being critical of myself. I'm being very, very negative to myself. I feel not good enough. And so for the many young guys who are watching this, many horny motherfuckers, your feelings of success, your feelings of being good enough will generally be very, very tied to your attraction from women. And that's because although we can say you do have some control over that with, you know, your self-improvement and everything, but it's a very bad metric for your success. And so now for me, my feeling of success, my feeling of being good enough comes from my development as a man. It's based on how good of a life I'm building for future Hamza through delaying gratification for him. It's based on being a student. Now I'm not talking about the dumbass stupid educational system. I'm talking about being a lifelong student. I'm talking about reading quality books and learning from people who are more wise than me. I feel good enough. I feel successful when I do this stuff, and I don't feel good enough, and I don't feel successful when I don't do this stuff, when I don't delay gratification. That is fantastic. People online will disagree, especially again the very like feminine style of like, oh,
I only feel successful when I'm working, when I'm not,
you know what type of people I'm talking about. People will disagree, but this is fantastic. Because when you really think about my metric for success right now, my metric for success is setting up a good life for my future self. It's reading, being curious. That is an awesome level of success. I should feel bad when I don't do that. You should feel bad when you miss some of the self-improvement habits. Absolutely, like you should. You absolutely, you know, when you weren't expecting a feel-good video. When you click on a Hamza video, you know I'm gonna hit you with some truth. We're not going to do the feel good kind of like, oh, you know, if you miss meditation, it's okay. The thing is, yeah, it is okay, but you should feel a bit for it, because that feeling of being fuels you to meditate tomorrow. Because I see these videos where one particular one popped up saying of like this girl, and she said like, I only feel happy when I feel successful and I should stop that. But that's what you should be feeling. We only feel happy. We only feel like dopamine when we are achieving what goals we have set for ourselves. Now, you have probably just set some stupid goals for yourself. You probably just tied your goals and your feeling of success to probably, I don't watch these stupid videos, but I'm assuming you've set your goals to like your career, something stupid, your studies, again, something stupid, instead of something that's actually fulfilling and that's a good quality goal, like more of a value, more of like a personality trait, like being a student, learning, curiosity, adventure. Because most people think success literally is like career success or wealth. Most people leave it right there. Those people are idiots. Here is now the new definition of success that we're all going to adopt, which is our development into a holistically healthy person. Because I'm tired of seeing all these dumbass YouTubers make videos about success and productivity, and they're like, oh no, it's bad to be successful, it's bad to be productive because sometimes I want to spend time with my family. Dumbass. That is productive. That's some of the most productive thing you could do. Productivity, let's say, is the progress to success. And again, success now is your development into a holistically healthy person, which means that spending time with your family is productive, meditating is productive, reading is productive, sitting outside in the sun is productive, working 14-hour days is not productive, it's stupid as fuck. You should only feel good enough when you make progress to this goal, this idea of success. Because our feelings, our emotions just kind of change our actions. They change the trajectory of our actions. If we felt fantastic when we weren't becoming holistically healthy people, we would die. And this explains why most people don't feel good enough. If there's one common phrase that young men of self-improvement say is that they don't feel good enough, it's because you haven't done enough to the real goal of success. You haven't done enough to make yourself a holistically healthy person, because your mind knows what you've done. Your mind knows that you've put 3,000 hours into that one video game. How could you feel good enough when your mind knows that you've put 3,000 hours into that one video game and you haven't even put a tenth of that into your development as a young man? Imagine if you put a tenth of that into meditation, a tenth of that into your body transformation, a hundredth of that into something productive that would actually make you into a healthy, happy person. You would feel good enough then. You should not feel okay when you are killing yourself. Like, this shit gets deep. All these like stupid videos I see, they're trying to convince you that you should feel okay when you are wasting away, when you're doing the wrong things, when you're taking a self-care Netflix binge eating day. You should feel horrible when you do that, because you are genuinely killing yourself when you indulge in instant gratification just slowly. So you don't feel good. This is why you don't feel good enough. This is why you don't feel good enough after you have a day of playing fucking League of Legends, but you'd feel awesome when you have a day of self-improvement. If you're doing self-improvement the right way. You feel inadequate and you have a sense of self-hate because you look back to your younger self from months or years ago and you're looking at him just thinking like, you fucking prick, bro. Like, what if you just studied more, man? What if you just like started these good habits years ago? Like that one time you started going to the gym, why did you quit? All of those hours you spent on video games, on social media, like it wasn't even that fun for you, and now look at where I am. That's why you don't feel good enough. So what are you doing this week, and what is your future self going to be thinking of that? Is your future self going to look back to you today thinking like, oh, I'm so glad he took that 700th self-care day where he watched Netflix and played video games? Or is he going to be thinking like, I am so proud and so grateful that you went outside and you did the hard work even when you didn't feel like it? Now I'm going to reframe your mind. I want you to be grateful for this feeling of not feeling good enough, because it is this feeling that is going to fuel you to eventually become good enough. It is this feeling that's going to lead to your success. It's good that you don't feel good enough, because some people are absolutely fine. Like, some people feel absolutely fine in overindulging in instant gratification. You clearly don't. Allow this emotion, this horrible emotion, to become your escape away from that lifestyle. And so we can leave you with a very simple, short journaling prompt. You can maybe just write this in the comments below. What do I have to do to start feeling good enough? Answer that question and then go do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. And when you do that, you will start to feel good enough.